Hey, this is Lewis from SoFly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple responsive header. So go ahead and add a section to your page and set the background color to a dark bluish gray. And then for our logo image, go ahead and add an image, paste in your image URL. And this is far too wide and tall, so I'm going to go ahead and set this height here to, let's say, 35 pixels. And then, so we get the image centered in the header, go back to the section, go to position and size, and go ahead and add 20 pixels of padding on the top and the bottom. Then we want the image to float on the left, which will give us room to put a menu on the right. So go ahead and add a div block. We'll call this main menu, and we will set this to float on the right. And inside the menu, we will add in a text link, and we will call this main menu link. And I'm going to set the font color to white, maybe a little bit gray, and then on hover, we'll make it fully white. Font size to say 15px. And let's go ahead and duplicate this a few times and put in our menu links. So it looks like I've set the font size on the hover state, which is not correct. What we should be doing is setting the font size on the original state. Okay, there we go, 15 pixel menu links. Let's go ahead and add some spacing to the left of each link. So I'm going to add margin left, 10px, and then just use the arrow keys to amp it up until we got these separated how we want. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and add some top margin to get this centered. Okay, that looks pretty good. The logo is centered nicely and the menu is centered nicely. Maybe we should move this up just 1 pixel. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So that's how to do a basic, simple header with a logo and a menu. And then to make that responsive, say less than 992, it's still looking good. We should probably add 20 pixels of padding on either side of the container so everything's not up against the edge. I'm going to just go ahead and do that on the desktop, and that's going to cascade down to all smaller screen sizes. So it's good at less than 992. Down to 768, the menu wraps. So I'm going to say at less than 992, what we're going to do is take the logo and center it vertically. So we will take the float off, and we will add margin auto on either side. That's going to center it vertically. Then I'll add 20 pixels of margin below it to move it away from the menu. And then for the menu itself, we will remove the float so it spans the full width, and we will just center everything in the menu. So that looks pretty good. It's going to be good at less than 768. At less than 480, the links stack vertically, but that's no problem. We can just add maybe a bit of margin below each link at less than 768. Let's see, 12 pixels of margin below each link. And now when it wraps vertically, we got nicely spaced menu links. One thing we should also do is take off the 40 pixels of margin on the left, because that's stopping these links from being centered. Remember, we had 40 pixels of left margin on the links to separate them, but at smaller screen sizes, instead of having 40 pixels margin on the left, maybe we should have 20 pixels margin on each side. That'll separate them the same amount, but keep them centered. Okay, looks pretty good. That is how to do a very simple responsive header using Oxygen.